I'm Joe.
I'm Taylor.
This is a show where I'm going to tell you specifically something super secret and cool that you guys it's going to be amazing. This is going to be the most amazing show we've done yet, because instead of just listening to me and what I say and what Taylor says, you're going to be able to follow along with our top recommended financial apps that you need right now to change your life that are available on your phone or tablet.
No, in all fairness, they probably saw the title and knew what it's about. Apps.
If you saw the title that said Britney Spears nude shot, sorry to disappoint you. That's called clickbait. We're going to be talking about finance apps.
Britney Spears, huh?
I'm really out of it. Who are the kids nowadays? What are they?
Who are the kids nowadays?
Yeah. They talk about that Gomez girl.
Selena Gomez?
Yeah, she's popular, right?
I think so, yes.
Okay, what else is there? There's that girl that has the chin.
That girl who's that chin?
Yeah.
Vanessa Hudgens?
No. Well, that's a good chin, though. She does have a good chin with her. Like that butt chin thing going on. She was dating Wilmer Valderrama before. Wilmer Valderrama.
Valderrama?
What's her
Demi
name?
Lovato?
Yes, that one. She's got a chin thing going on, too. What's with the chins?
I'm pretty sure that's how they were born.
This is called chin shaming. It's a new thing.
Chin check.
Yeah, it's a new thing. It's going on these videos. And look, we can't do allergy shaming. We can't do fat shaming. We can't do, I'm not going to call Bruce Jenner trans shaming because that's its own category. We can all agree to that right there. Bruce Jenner, he's writing a book about Kris Jenner, and Kris Jenner is saying it's not true. And he's walking back his comments about how he thought gays shouldn't get married, although he's a transgender. Yeah, I know.
All this can be found on financial apps on your phone.
Taylor's giving me this look that just like, he's just like, I wanted to be political, but not like this. Not like this. Please. We don't care. This is a finance show about finance apps. Just listen to the next 10 minutes.
Gay, straight, transgender.
8 minutes.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Everybody can use this.
Well, this is a video for everyone because you could all do finance unless, well, Stephen Hawking, he can do finance too.
He can just talk into his mic and he'll do finance.
Yeah, everyone can do finance. We all do
Smartest
finance.
man in the world.
Have you seen that Stephen Hawking Lego?
Is it a joke or is it really?
No, it's actually a real Lego. We're going to put that on the site for everyone to see.
I'm going to find it now. Thanks a lot, jerk.
So it is kind of like we talk about this stuff and we're serious about this stuff. We're not serious. It's boring to talk about finances all the time. It really is.
Especially right now, past after tax season, and we've done and Joe's worked in so many taxes.
It's been so much taxes, so many taxes, ridiculous amount of taxes. Just all right. Can we get on with the show, Taylor? He's always distracted.
You are getting to the wine country, so
someone call the ambulance. We're gonna need. We get 2 cc's stat. So I actually have them pulled up right over here, and they're going to be up there for you to look at when we do post.
More work for me.
Yeah, more work for Taylor, but banking apps are great. You have those on your phone, so you keep track of your banking. There's a lot of trendy apps out there that people talk about, like ones that'll roll over your change. What was it called? Rolls over your change in your bank account.
Oh, isn't it like... There's something called... Is it Squirrel or Nut or something? Or like...
Yeah, something about your nuts. So those things, ignore them. We don't. Those were like one hit wonders. They're out there, but no one cares. I'm going to tell you about useful apps that you need to use for everyday things and everyday decision making. So the first and foremost, the most important one is this one is called Payroll Guru. Okay, and it is by Paycheck Free. You can look it up under those names in the App Store in Android or App Store, Apple, whatever it is.
Yes.
Whatever the kids are calling it nowadays.
You know, you have
whatever.
an iPhone in your hand.
You can look at it in the. I have a stopwatch. Is this what that's called?
It's a stock picture.
It's a stop phone.
Yes,
That's okay. So the most important one is the payroll program because, like I always talk about, you need to know what money you're making after tax. You need to know the money you're making after tax, okay? Because you think you're going to be rich, you think you're going to have all this money because you were raised, because of this, because of that. If you download the paycheck program, it lets you plug in your wage, how much money you make an hour, if you get paid every 2 weeks, if you get paid every month, whatever, and it's going to tell you how much taxes, if you claim 1, 2, 0, whatever, what the actual money you're going to end up with paycheck to paycheck. So whenever your situation changes and you get a raise or a promotion or a different job, you want to punch in this app before you go spend that money. We've known people personally, Bill Gates, not the Bill Gates, but nickname because of how just phenomenal he was in business. Got a job for $15 an hour, said I'm going to be rich because $15 an hour is rich. I don't know if you knew that. That's the wage that people are fighting to get to paid to live. He thought that was the wage you got to become rich.
Retire at 27.
Retire at 27. So went out and bought a new car, got his first paycheck and said, oh man, how am I going to afford these bills? True story. It really happened. He'll be on the show for our section when we do the Joe breakdowns. It's a new segment we have coming where we did, you know how like, the fighter and the kid, Brendan Schaub, has the big brown breakdown about a fight. No, this show is going to be about us breaking you down. You're going to come on the show, and we're going to talk about your finances and what you've done with your life and where it all went wrong, and we're going to break you specifically.
The point of tears.
Yeah, if you don't leave in tears, we didn't do our job on the show. And you can, look it, you can make fun of me all you want. You could say my hair is going away and I got a greasy forehead. Look, I know these things. You don't know you're in debt and have no money. So, joke's on you. We're going to show you on this show.
Seems a little defensive.
I'm I'm already mad at people I've never met. But try it. Try and see if I'll fight with you on Twitter or in our comments or on our message boards. And you'll be pleasantly surprised. I'm very petty and I'll be there.
We don't have message boards yet.
But we will one day. Try it. Go on there. Add us. Most importantly, subscribe. And we'll have it out. If you're bored, I'll give it a go one day.
Sounds like a ranting of a guy who's drunk who just wants to, who's just like, I want to make a point, but first I'm going to fight you first.
So bored. I'm already bored telling them. I was trying to stop these shows and move on to the next show, and we're only like 20% through the recordings for the day.
Yes.
So the next one is if you want to be, this is for the kids out there. You want to look for a new car. You want to see how much you can afford, stuff like that. There's plenty of car loan apps. This one's called Car Loan, and it has a picture of a car on it.
That's all it is.
It's all it is. I mean, there's a lot of car. I'm not going to recommend a specific car loan calculator because there's so many of them. So just type it in. Look for your cost of your car, the payment, the interest rate, things like that. That way, before you go into the dealer and they start telling you what you can afford, you can actually look at the app and calculate it and know exactly what you can afford. Same thing we talk about. We have the Zillow Mortgage app, which is, we talked about Zillow and Redfin before in another episode.
Joe actually ranted against them.
We ranted against them, but we're not buying from them. We're using their free Zillow Mortgage app to calculate the mortgage from a home, the taxes and insurance, what it would be, so you could decide what your monthly payment would be. Now, Taylor's going through this now. He's looking to buy a home. Yes. He uses the Zillow Mortgage app to
look at homes, square footage, prices, and then I
see what that monthly payment is, what it's going to cost, right? Because what does it mean? When people say, how much is a house that I can afford in the area? I could tell you 2, 3, 4, 500,000. Did you really know what that means? No one knows what that means. You know what that means? Did you know what that means until you looked up the monthly payment?
No.
Because really, what does it mean? Like, okay, it's all just money that you never will have in your life. Most people anyways, right? Like, it mean, like, I'll never have 300, 400, 500,000. So whatever, let's just get a mortgage. Like, it all means nothing, really. Doesn't it?
You seem very mean, Joe.
Sorry. I'm getting ready for the Let Me Rant one. I had some fun episodes earlier, but I'm tired. This coffee is... I hate coffee so much.
It was actually a mocha. Just to get things.
Look, this is my last try for coffee. I'm done. I'm going to get a Rockstar. We're going to do the next shows. And we're going to go from there. The other one, this is actually a really funny one. If you have friends that are cheap and friends that don't pay the bills, and if you go out to dinner, you ever go to like Chili's or Olive Garden now, they got the little apps, little tablets on the table, and you
Yeah.
can split up the bill, stuff like that. So this app is like that. It's called Splitwise. And what that is, it's like a real life one of those. So you can do that with your rent, your utility bill, things that you pay for your friends when they don't have their wallet when they're out. Like when I go to Costco with Taylor and I'm $50 short, things like that.
Yes.
He can go into Splitwise and he can go ahead and bill me for the remainder and let me know that there's a running tab against me at Costco and we won't go again unless I pay for that in full.
Get the hired goons, get my money back.
So that's out there as well. It'll also set up reminders. It'll email them for you, a statement balance, and remind you when they haven't paid. Or if you owe your friend Aaron like I do, you delete the app and pretend you never even knew the messages
That
were.
was a disclaimer I was putting up. Just because you tell me they owe money doesn't mean they're actually going to pay you.
But you'll know.
You'll try to enforce it personally as
Yeah,
well.
but you'll know. That's okay, right? And then,
Stuff is okay.
and then I'll know. And then you'll know that I know, and then nothing will still happen. But at least we'll have a paper for when the friendship turns sour to bring up in court.
But Joe won't know because they'll do the app and claim negligence or like whatever.
You mean just pretend I didn't get the letter from court?
Yes,
Yes.
just like jury summons.
Joe tells you how to avoid a summons. That will be on the next show. I already got, but I'm going to write it.
Parentheses legally.
Yes, illegally. Everyone out there is like, this is a great show. It is. It really is. So we have the car loan, we have mortgages, we have all that junk. And then here's a really cool one for you guys too as well that's out there. Taxcaster. And Taxcaster is a very important one because everyone thinks, who doesn't have a W-2 job, thinks they're just rolling in the dough and thinks they're so rich and make so much money and they don't have to worry about anything because it's rolling in cash and they never have to claim it and things like that. That's all well and good because if that were true and you were rolling in the cash and that equaled success, then every single person who asks to work outside of a Home Depot, every girl who strips, or guy, whatever, we don't discriminate on the show, right? Or every person that begs for change on a street corner, all those people wouldn't be paying taxes. So that would equate to automatic success. Like they would have houses and they would have cars and they would have a lot of other stuff. But no, it doesn't equal success because they're not paying attention to their taxes and we don't pay attention to your taxes. You aren't filing your returns. You're not filing your returns. You can't make major purchases and you can't get credit. And you can't get things like cars and you can't get things like boats and whatever people that beg on the street are looking forward to purchasing. Nope.
I don't know. Are people on the street begging for?
They say
money?
they make they say like the animals outside of not the animals.
Jesus, Joe, come on.
No,
Man.
the people who dress like animals outside the Chinese theater in Hollywood.
Those are superheroes. Superheroes.
It's going
The only
so bad.
animal that would be there maybe was Chewbacca.
So the people that dress like animals, they say they make like the dancing cowboy or whatever in New York, naked cowboy.
Yes.
They make like $100,000 a year, stuff like that. But they don't have much because they're not paying attention to their taxes. And the way you can pay attention to your taxes, you can have an app called Taxcaster. It is by Intuit, the same company that makes TurboTax. And Taxcaster, you can put in your wages, you can put in your business earnings or your under the table money. Did you know that if you, you probably watched John Oliver, right?
Yeah,
Did you see the one where he talked about if you steal money or obtain things illegally, you're still supposed to report that as income to the IRS?
Yes.
Yes, exactly. That's true. It's true. You do have to do that, but you wouldn't want to. But let's just say you did and you wanted to use that information to buy a house or buy a car, things like that. Well, you would use Taxcaster to figure out how much money you earned, and you would use it to figure out how much taxes that you would owe. And when you come around to actually wanting to pay those taxes, Taxcaster will tell you what you owe and to whom to pay it to. Most of the time, it's the IRS. Maybe you can just pay it to someone else, some guy in the corner. Maybe give it to me and Taylor. We'll figure out your taxes for you.
I
Just
will.
hand it over. Ask us about it. We'll tell you.
Yes.
But Taxcaster is great for those that have accounting issues and can't seem to manage to get that money over to the IRS in time. Taxcaster is a great app for you. So those are apps to have on your phone. Talking about the IRS is bringing Taylor to have like a sick face. He was making a sick face, like he's sick to his stomach.
It's the same face you made when I was talking about video games, and you kind of glazed over.
Yeah, I know.
About video keys, and you're sitting there, you're like you're on
I'm
camera,
asleep.
so
I'm sleeping. Like I'm like not even here right now, but you can be here right now.
Let's talk about why you call them animals again.
I don't know. It's late. We got off to a late start. I had lasagna and a chicken bake and a hot dog, a Polish
and
dog.
A Sunday.
And a Sunday. What is wrong with me?
That was on a sitting.
That was all one sitting. That'll be in another show.
Joe Eats.
Joe Eats. And you can follow me along in my misadventures. But get those apps. They're great. They'll tell you things. They'll help you keep track of your expenses. And they'll help you keep on top of your finances. And those are some of the secrets the pros like me and Taylor use to spend the money that we earn gorging themselves silly Friday nights at a Costco. Well,
yes.
That would be if this was Friday, but this is Monday.
Oh, shit. You're breaking.
Because it's our Monday show.
You've already broken. Run.
I'm out of here. Download them. Get them. I'm not in. They don't pay us. Get them. They're great apps. Taylor?
I wish they paid us.
They're not going to pay us.
No, they're not going to pay us.
No, but you can pay us.
Watch the video.
Go to our donation page. Donate us $5. We're going to get some logos made up on Fiverr. So go ahead.
Or Fiverr.
Or Fiverr, the way they say. Fiverr me timbers.
All right. You're tired.
I'm tired. It's over.
It's done.
It's done. Download them. Check them out. Seacrest out.